Jose, how you doing today, man?
How you doing, brother?
How good are you feeling about your son against Danny?
Super excited, man, to be fighting here in New York at the Barclays Center, man. That's Danny Garcia's house, man. A lot of respect for him and his father. They've done a great things together. To be honest, I'm one of their fans. You know, I love what they do. When I was coming up, you know, training my kids, I've seen a lot of videos about them and how the relationship they established. So I'm super excited. I can't wait for Saturday to be across them and be competing against them. You know, it's super exciting for me. Something big that no money can buy. That's what I can.
I know you see your son picking up the win, so I'm not going to ask you that. But do you see him picking up the stoppage though, man?
The what, I'm sorry?
Do you see him picking up the stoppage against Danny? He's never been hurt, never been dropped.
You know, that's the thing, you know, that Danny's a great champion. He's a two-time world champion. You know, he wants to become a three-time world champion. It's not an easy fight. I believe that it's a hard fight. But, you know, with us, you see what we do. You know, I have a good stable of fighters. You know, we're warriors, we're fighters. We don't dodge anybody. We don't run from nobody. This is the fight that we want to fight, you know. So that tells everybody that, you know, we're here. We don't care if we lose or win. We're here to give the people good fights, and we're not scared to lose our undefeated record. Junior has 2 losses, but we're still, you know, we're not afraid of nobody.
What's the biggest difference between Jose at 147 and now at 154?
The difference is, you know, Junior, in his career, he started fighting at 140. Now then he moved out to 147. Now 154. You know, he's tall. You know, like he's like 6'1". He's tall for that weight. So Danny Garcia, I think, is a little shorter for that weight. That's our advantage. You know, in my beliefs, I think it's a 50-55. It's a very dangerous fight. He hasn't been active. Junior hasn't been active. It's a perfect fight, you know, for both of them. Whoever shows up that night is going to become victorious and go to the next level.
Obviously, if your son beats Danny, that's a huge name. That's a mega win on his resume. Do you think the next step would be for him to kind of challenge a Charlo? Or would you rather him kind of move up a little bit more, fight like another name, like Harrison Lubin?
You know, I love Lubin. You know, he's a great fighter, you know. First thing first, man, we got to take care of business this Saturday. We can't get ahead of ourselves. It's a tough fight. It's a very dangerous fight for Junior. Danny Garcia, man, it's a champion for a reason, you know. We have to take care of that first and see whatever, how he looks, that's what we're going to decide. But like I said, you know, we'll fight anybody.
Your son actually surprised me when he said that he walks around at 190 and he spars David. Had no idea. Do you think all of that is preparing him perfectly to fight a guy like Danny Garcia and just to fight these bigger guys?
You know, Junior's been sparring David. You know, they've been helping each other all their life. You know, to be honest, I don't care about a lot of videos. I don't watch a lot of videos. It's not that I don't know everything. I'm still learning. Every fighter brings something. Every time they fight differently. They don't fight the same way. The thing is, we got to get in there. The weight doesn't really matter as long as you're doing your work. In my opinion, you know, we just got to get in there and see how Danny comes that day. We're going to try to put the pressure. We're going to try to use that jab. If that doesn't work, we're going to have to go to plan B. I know Danny's a counter puncher. You know, that's what he has. He has a good left hook. But we don't know how he's going to come in, you know. So we have to see if he's going to be a little bit aggressive or he's going to counter. So we're going to try to feint and throw jabs, double jabs, and try to go to the body. But we'll see on the day of the fight how he is in order to do some adjustments.
Will the size difference be the determining factor in this fight?
The what?
Will the size difference be the determining factor in this fight?
I don't think that size will be a big thing. You know, Danny has fought taller guys. Like I said, we have to see Saturday night and see how he comes. But we have to, in my opinion, I think we have to use the jab a lot to the chest, a lot to the stomach, and try to keep those hands up. You know, I told Junior, you got to watch out for that hook. You know, Danny's known by that big hook. He comes with everything. You know, he's been very successful. His timing is good, and he has a lot of power. So that's the only thing that I can tell you right now. You know, we got to keep our hands up. But at the end of the day, if Danny gets hit with one big shot too, he could go down. He's been hurt before.
Jose, your son just said he'll be up for a rematch with Crawford. Jose moved up to 154. You know, Crawford said after he gets past Spence, he'll be willing to move up to 154.
You know, like I said, you know, my respect for Crawford, one of the pound for pounds right now, a dangerous fighter. You know, I'm a big fan too. You know, he's a fucking badass fighter. You know, I like him. You know, but first things first, you know, we got to pass Danny Garcia in order to be calling the big boys. To me, he's a big boy right now. He's up there. You know, he's one of the best. So we need to see how he looks in order for us to keep mentioning his name. A rematch would be a great thing, you know. But first of all, we gotta pass Danny Garcia this Saturday.
Can you give us kind of a breakdown of, at 140, Danny was the unquestioned man. He beat everybody. At 147, he had a few shortcomings. 154, we don't really know yet. But so can you tell us what kind of went wrong for Danny at 147?
You know, that's why I'm saying this. It's a 50-55, you know, because at 140, he was killing everybody. 147, you know, now he started to look a little bit slow. 154, we never seen him, you know. Age is coming up. He had a lot of wars, man. You know, he fought everybody. Shit, we haven't even fought nobody that to compare, you know. He had a lot of wars, and sometimes, you know, with that wear and tear, bro, you know, and training hard for all these big fights, you know. I think Junior, you know, has been a little bit inactive because of the leg and all that. He was a superstar when he was coming up, and I think that could benefit him a little bit. He's not as worn as Danny Garcia, but like I said, you know, Danny Garcia is his last shot. He has to look impressive in order to get those big fights, and the same for us. We have to.